well, and it will be performed without casualties.
Let's return now to the Friday night shooting on a Paris train. With me now is Olivier Guittard, who's Managing Director of Global Strat, an international security and geopolitical risk consultancy firm. Thanks very much indeed for coming in.
My pleasure.
So it seems that in this instance, the people on the carriage were very lucky that their fellow passengers intervened in this way to save them.
Very much so. I mean, the fact that the attack was foiled by two American soldiers is amazing. With the amount of ammunition that the terrorists had, it could have killed 30, 50, 100 people within that train.
How surprising is it? I mean, this is somebody who, it seems, the French and the Spanish authorities knew about. The French Interior Minister has said that he had been sort of flagged by the security system. Is this another failing, or is it just that they can't keep track of everybody?
They can't keep track of everybody. For instance, the French have on this specific list 5,000 people. If they were to track and monitor every single person, they would need 150,000 policemen around the clock to follow those guys.
And what about the level of security on these trains? I mean, clearly they are vulnerable to this kind of thing if people aren't being searched as they get on, but
You are totally correct. I mean, since Madrid, the attack in 2004, we know that terrorists will target trains, and I'm surprised that since Madrid we didn't have a major attack. But that's the weakest link of the transport system in Europe.
And is it your impression that they are going to continue to target, if there are attackers who want to cause carnage, they'll go for the transport system again? I mean, in the past there is a history of that, isn't there?
Very much so. Look, he could have 500 people under his control in the train, and he could come in with a small arsenal of weapons without being detected.
So what's the answer then? I mean, should there be kind of marshals on trains in the way that the Americans brought in marshals on planes? What do you think?
Possibly. I mean, what needs to be done is first for international trains, the ones that are more likely to be targeted, most probably to have like the Eurostar, some kind of metal detector, some kind of airport security like. That would be the first step. And then obviously train marshals would be a good step as well.
And in terms of kind of advice, if you were having to advise people on travelling, is there anything that has to change, or is it simply that, you know, people can strike anywhere at any time?
Airports and planes are now much more safe than trains, and have been for a while. And because of the experience of what we had, security at airports is really good, except maybe in the US.
OK, well, Olivier Guittard, thank you very much indeed for having me.
Thank you for having me.